Oh, hey, welcome. Me and Google were just having a chat, and I thought maybe you'd like to join us. Google was asking me what's on my mind. If you haven't checked this out yet, just type Google.AI into your browser, and you, like myself, are going to experience the next generation of search. I thought I'd catch you up to speed on our conversation here, and then we'll just go ahead and continue it together, shall we? I wanted to know how much of this chat is Google going to remember? Of course, you'll see we can start new chats, we can look at old chats, but about 300 pages of text, something like 100,000 words. But then I was curious, this is Google we're talking about. Is it pulling data from my Google workspace? My Gmail inbox, my Google Calendar? Yeah, yeah, it is. Of course, I have to opt in, supposedly. And I don't need to specify which app when I prompt. It'll just go ahead and lift that data, which is pretty sweet for stuff like I'm searching for a car tire and Google will let me know what car tire size I bought last year. It will plan a vacation for me by looking at past flight bookings, or maybe check out all my Google photos and see what kind of stuff I actually like to do on vacation. We're definitely entering a new era of search. And one of the questions I have about this is, are we talking about just what Google knows about me from my Google Workspace? Or is it going to use in its preference memory and contextual detail retrieval the rest of the internet, what they say about me? Supposedly, it's not going to at all look at third-party scraping. But we have to remember Alphabet owns a lot of apps that for now supposedly are opt-in. I thought this was a really interesting tidbit from our conversation. We can delete specific memories. So I wanted to know, how do we go about doing that? And turns out it's pretty simple. You can just tell it, forget I'm a vegan. Forget about the affair I had or person I said I wanted to kill or that time I trash talked my co-founder Morgan. Hey, just kidding, Morgan. It's not on the record now. And then I thought, why don't we have a little conversation together? So I'm curious, I don't know about you. Talk to me. Google, if the history can be set to automatically delete after 18 months, what if I don't set it to delete? How long will you remember things? Interesting. So it may remember things forever. Context window may be 100,000 words, but there may be a separate memory here we can look into. Chats are stored for 72 hours, and your conversation may be up for human review and may be retained for up to 3 years, regardless of your personal auto-delete settings. I know that you said you wouldn't use my data to train the underlying model. But I also see you say that if a conversation is selected for human review, it can be disconnected from my account. Oh, Google's interrupting me now. Didn't want me to keep asking that. Interesting. I got a bunch of external sources I can keep listening to. Let's try that in text. Let's say, tell me more about the human review data. Didn't you say my conversations wouldn't be used to train the underlying model? What do you mean by just curious if I'm gonna get a bunch of external sources. We've got Reddit, Concentric, University of Tennessee, Google Help, SEJ, Google.AI, Google Help, TechCrunch, Claude. Now this is the distinction, supposedly. And it's very careful, if you've noticed, to always specify the year. I think that's clever. This may be subject to change in the future. Maybe. Google maintains a distinction. Fascinating. So although I was previously told up above that using personal data to personalize my experience would not be used to train the model, using my general chat data can be selected for human review and retained for 3 years. So only trained reviewers see the data though. That's great. You'd need to use a temporary chat session, in which case they are supposedly not saved to history and deleted within 72 hours. And those of us who pay for Google Workspace Business or have an education account, our data supposedly, by default, is not up for review. We could keep going down the review rabbit hole, but I don't think everyone is as interested in that as I am. I think where this is heading is fascinating for not just SEO, but all of us as searchers. Google is becoming what all of us are addicted to in our social media. The algorithm is tailored to us. The searches are going to be tailored to us. And that is going to make life very interesting for us optimizers out there.